Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hops, today joined by
Henrik, the general of Gusar.
Yes, and we're checking out some beer that we picked up on Beer Dome. So thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. Great web shop in the Netherlands with a lot of beer from around the globe. And this is from Sante Adairius in California, famous for West Ashley. And this is their Collective Grace.
What is West Ashley?
It is an American wild ale with apricots. Probably like Old Money, the most famous fruited wild ale in the States at one point. Very highly rated. There's a version with even more, or is it peaches? Peaches or apricots. And then there's a version with even more of peaches or apricots. That's called Wesley. But it's really, really good. It's not as funky as Lambic, but very fruit forward. But yeah, they are a brewery that makes really good beers, and they've been available in Europe sporadically. Then there was a they were available, I think, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And then there was a long break, and now they're back again. So, but again, it's random occasions. With like a lot of people comment, like I reviewed all those Paris beers, and they're like, what? You get these? And then people are like, what? Monkish sells their beer in Europe? But there are some people that have connections that know these brewers that are in Europe, and then they get small amounts to Europe and sell them in web shops. And it's easier to do in Europe because we do not have the same rules and legislations as in the States. I don't think there's a single country in Europe where you can't, maybe Sweden is the only country in Europe where you can't sell beer online, alcohol online, and Norway. But if you live there, you can buy from other countries and have it shipped to you, no problem. So it's just in the country you can't do it. So I think that's part of it. It's easier to actually distribute beer in Europe than it is in the States.
Yeah.
So that's why we get it. But this was also not just an easy bottle to get. This is a member-only release. So you had to be a member at Sante Adairius. And it's a blend of barrel-aged lagers and wild ales. It was bottled in 2019, and it's 6.3% alcohol. So it's even been aging for a bit. So yeah, let's see how this is. So pour is a slightly hazy golden yellow color. It definitely looks like a lager.
Yeah.
Or Pilsner type beer. Very fluffy white.
But it's very fluffy. Has a lot of carbonation.
Yeah. Let's check out the aroma. Oh, I wanna. I had one whiff of that aroma. I just wanna chug it. Like that smells really good. You can for sure smell the lager qualities.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of crispy, clean kind of vibes to it.
Yeah.
With lots of like stone fruit, apricot kind of wild ale layers. Lemon, pears, oak, woodiness, tannins.
But also
A bit of vanilla.
nice sweetness as well.
Custard, like a little bit of a custardy vanilla sweetness. It smells so freaking refreshing. It reminds me a bit of when Mikkeller Bauhelm did that Mexican lager that they aged in barrels with wild cultures, and then I think it was lime and salt or something like that. I forget the name. That was amazing too. Like lagers can actually be really good when they're done like wild, even though this is lager blended with wild ale. But also they have a Brett Pilsner at Dea, which is amazing. Like Brewery in a Pilsner really works.
I could imagine, because you get the kind of the crispiness and also the dryness.
And there's like that crispy malt character to it as well. It smells really, really refreshing.
Okay.
Let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks to Beer Dome for the beer. Oh yeah. Really refreshing beer.
Wow.
Like you could drink this all freaking day. It's so interesting, the marriage of industrial lager beer.
Yeah.
Because it's not industrial brewery, but it's something that stems, has been refined through industrial revolution, and you pair it with something as historic as wild ale, and it's like this perfect match made in heaven. Like I think the combination of these two things work really well. There's even a little bit of salinity to it to me. Like there's a savory nuance in there.
And I think also a lot of barrel.
A lot of oaky woodiness and dryness. It's almost like you did a blend of like some kind of lambic or something, like with a bit of lager.
Yeah.
It's not as funky and complex on the funk department as a lager, but there's also like wine characteristic. I think there's like Chardonnay fruitiness or something to it.
Do you know which barrels?
No, it just says a blend. We can try and have a look on that. For several months. Lots of stone fruit, lots of apricot, lots of peach,
Because it
Especially
could taste like
apricot.
wine barrels.
Yeah, it could. Like white wine barrels
Yeah.
or something like that. Or Pinot Noir. Because it's really vinous.
Yeah, it is.
Tank.
And tannic and dry. But it's limey and lemony too, a bit floral. There's doughy breadiness even from the malt. And it's really airy and chewy, like beautiful mouthfeel for 6.3%.
But I also like that it. I mean, even though that it is pretty dry, it still have some sweetness to it.
Yeah.
As well, and some
Yeah.
some fruity.
Yeah, it's not like bone
No,
drying
no.
craziness. And yeah, it's got so much elegance about it.
Yeah.
Like it really
I think that would be the primary thing. It's
elegance. It's an
elegance.
elegant glass of beer.
Yeah.
This is really good. It'd be really fun to see more people blend lager and wild ale because it really works. Or do lagers wild. There's something with the primary fermentation with lager yeast that just makes these beers really elegant and refined, but wild at the same time, which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Really loving that dry oaky finish that's almost like a bit like custardy, vanilla-y. Also like lemon to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's very
A
nice.
lot of layers for a beer this ABV. This is fucking great.
How much is it?
It's only 6.3%.
Yeah.
Like you would have no problem just drinking a bottle of this on your own.
No.
I'm thinking like 94.5-ish actually. This is fucking great wild ale mixed with lager. Like there's so many layers and it's so drinkable. Like complexity and drinkability is insanely high.
Yeah.
Like it's sour, but it's not like crazy sour. Like there's just acidity to it. It's almost like a slightly, well, it is a slightly wild lager. But there is like that cleanliness and easygoingness of the lager to it, paired with the.
I mean, it's a pleasant sourness as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it isn't too much that you're puckering. It's like
No.
you want to dig in and get another sip.
Yeah. The balance is great. This is fucking wonderful beer.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I agree. 94, 95 even.
Yeah. It's I'd say like if you love wild ales and if you love lagers and if you love high drinkability, you need to check this out for sure. So Collective Grace from Sante Adairius. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. If you guys had a chance to try this one, let us know what you thought of it. Check out Beer Dome. It might still be available. That's, I guess, the general saying on the channel. It might still be available because a lot of these releases, they will get like 12 bottles or something.
When did you get this?
Maybe before Christmas.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a chance that it's gone. I don't know, but it's also wild ale, so it might stick around because it's not the style that sells like fastest, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have a look. There's definitely some Sante Adairius left still, I think. So if you guys had this one, let us know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And more else, cheers. Cheers, buddy. And see you guys in a little beer review.